Bordeaux versus Toulon. Bordeaux versus Toulon. Semi-finals, top 14. Champions of Europe versus a team that just recently beat them. Toulouse have just recently come off of a loss to Toulon 27-10. So Bordeaux are going to be coming into this game knowing what's happened. So I want to break down this video. Please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. As always, if you guys do want to grab yourself a free 30-day trial, check the link in the description below. You will find, bag yourself a free 30-day trial. Yes, you do need to put in your card information. I am not trying to scam you guys. It is legit. It is real. If you guys do want to grab it, check it out. Any problems, just let me know. But guys, this is Bordeaux definitely have the harder route of getting to the finals here, right? They definitely have the harder route going up against Toulon. Funny enough, how things have worked, Toulon just recently lost to Bayonne 18-10, but they also just recently beat Bordeaux 27-10. It's like how this is going to work, right? Bordeaux are definitely going to be going into this game knowing that they had lost, but we take in consideration the team that was available, the team that Bordeaux played. Was it of a championship level? Was it of a knockout phase team? No, it wasn't, right? But now Bordeaux have won the Champions Cup. They're going in. Some of them are still probably recovering from the hangover, especially with the antics of Maxime Lucu. But pure fire, people. Like, this is just going to be, I can't even explain how excited I am for this game, because Bordeaux came off of a big win. And it's up and down. Bordeaux have the form and coming in, but they've also recently lost to Toulon. But the players that are gonna be available for this game is gonna be just absolutely ridiculous. From Jalibert, Biarbier, Damien Penaud, Van Rensberg. These backs are just ridiculous. Cazot, who is phenomenal. Tamefuna, Pete Samu, people. Like, this is, I really don't know how this is going to go. I am still giving Bordeaux the favorites here, right? You look at this team, you look at the form, I am still giving them favorites. I feel that they will perform much better in the moments that mean the most, in the moments that are crucial and actually matter. Rugby through the season is not, it doesn't hold the same weight as a knockout game, right? Because they all know it's make or break. Either we perform or we get kicked out, right? One of the two. And I feel, especially after everything that Bordeaux has gone through, the players have truly grown. And I feel that they will have the composure, they will have that ability to break through, right? BRBI and Damien Penaud are legendary wingers, even at their young age of 26 and I think 22. BRBI is either 21 or 22 years old. So he's still relatively young, right? But ultimately, I do find when you have players like that, and we saw how much trouble BLBA gave the Saints in the Champions Cup final, was just ridiculous. We've seen through the season how much trouble Damien Penaud and BLBA have given them. I'm even lost for words. I'm stammering here. These two wingers should not be as good as they are. It's just in the same era as well. You know, these are players that could go down as some of the greatest wingers of all time. You know, and they're playing together on the same team. So Toulon are going to need to do everything in their power to beat and stop BLBIA. Because if he is able to get that grubber off, because you know he's going to want to grab that ball, he's going to grubber it, he's going to kick it as far and as close to the sticks as possible. And then beep beep, that's literally anybody's going to hear. Beep beep, phew. There's no catching him. There's no catching him when he gets on. That acceleration is ridiculous. But once he gains momentum and he gains that speed, after the first couple strides, I don't care who you are. You're not catching him. No way. No way. So this game, in my opinion, I think Toulon are gonna put in a good fight, but I cannot see them outscoring Bordeaux. I cannot see them outplaying the forwards. Right? The Bordeaux forwards are ridiculously strong, but that play from the ruck, that speed of the ball, it's difficult for many people to handle. Very, very difficult for many people to handle. And I can't wait to see who they are actually going to be choosing, and the actual lineups, so that I can actually give a proper breakdown. But the squads itself and each player from Bordeaux is so difficult to manhandle, to mark, because if you put too much effort into BLBIA, that leaves Damien Penaud open. You put in too much effort on Damien Penaud, that leaves BLBIA open. And then you have the whole struggle of, you know, Jalibert being able to maneuver and bring anybody into play. He does tend to be a little bit more selfish, though. So if there is a chance for him to kind of try and carry the ball, try to use an inside channel to break the defensive line and to kind of try and work clear, it could definitely take that option other than trying to bring someone else into the game, which is something that Toulon could potentially look to make use of. But then on top of that, you have Van Rensburg, who guy's just a monster when it comes down to carrying that ball. He brings in such big hits. It feels like sometimes when he runs, people they just want to move out the way so they don't get hit. You know, because it really does feel like that sometimes. It really, really does. And then you have players like Samu, who, you know, at the breakdown, he is an absolute beast. He's a scary, scary human being. He really is a scary human being. And then you look at Cazot, who he's the guy I feel like he could play at a back row relatively easily. You know, he's very light on his feet. He's a big human being. But he also has a lot of those technical abilities, those little technical traits that can definitely set him apart from the rest. And that really just puts a lot of pressure. Never mind the big tackles that he makes, right? Important tackles. Because anybody can make a big tackle. It's about the important ones, the ones that matter, the ones that count. And I feel Cazot is definitely one of those players that he just has that in droves. And then on top of that, you have Lamotte. I never get this guy's name correctly. I call him Lamotte. Maybe it's Lamotte or whatever. Please correct me in the comment section below. But the guy is a beast. I feel that he's a relatively underrated hooker as well. But honestly, when you have players like Lamotte and you have Tamifuna, who Tamifuna is a scary human being as well. He is a very, very scary human being. I don't know. I just feel we are going to be seeing um, a Bordeaux side that is going to be rallying around the fact that they won the Champions Cup. They've had a good amount of rest now, whereas Toulon had to play in the quarters, and that they've actually had a bit of time to work together to get themselves ready for this game, right? But ultimately, you can't knock Toulon, because again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Yes, I am being a little bit more biased towards Bordeaux. I truly do feel that they are going to win. Um, I do feel that the players that they have at their disposal, the amount of international players, the amount of players that have um, high pressure experience, Bordeaux has droves of it. Plus, considering the season that they've had, I feel we are going to see a Toulouse Bordeaux final. But maybe that's just me. I want to know what your thoughts are. How do you think Toulon can potentially stop the monster that is Bordeaux? What can they do? How are they going to play it to be able to stop Bordeaux's attacking presence and their prowess? I don't know. I will be doing another video once all the teams have been released. I cannot wait to see who's going to make the squads, who's ready, who's not, and hopefully nobody gets injured. But anything's possible. We saw Jameson Gibson Park pull out of the Leinster squad the day of the game, so anything is possible. Let me know what your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.